Hello friends, this is Wendy and this is another day working on the rosettes. I had this one still sitting on my desk and I realized that the difference in size is significant from the strip that I have. They're very narrow. I mean, they're maybe an inch. This is an inch and a half. I think they're less than an inch. First of all, discussing this one. It finally dried. When I went to bed last night, this back here was still wet. I really glued it. I really went to town gluing it just to get it to stay. I do think that the watercolor, make sure I'm in the middle there, the watercolor paper, it's a really sturdy paper. And I think that was part of the problem. I think trying to use the fabric fix was part of the problem. The collage medium did a great job. And I used the liquid one. Now I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere on this desk. This is the jar, the ones that come in the jar, but I used the liquid. I will be finding it, I'm sure. Here is the next step, and I already know where I want to cut. I want to cut here, and the other one that I'm not happy about is over here. And she does like a quarter of the whole thing. So I'm thinking right there. So let's see. Oh, I was going to show you the finished product. All right. Okay. So she's got a couple. So this is off of Instagram. If you go to the timholtz.com and then you go to blog, you go to menu and you go to blog, and then you go to the vault release, I guess is what it's called, the January vault release. And then you scroll down to Louisa Heinzel. You will see this. And if you click on it, it'll take you to Instagram. So that's where you find it. And this is one of the cards that she made for the launch of the vault. Let me show you the other one. This is one of the finished products from the video that she then put on YouTube. I just think they're absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's see if I go here. Yeah. So this is the one. This is the one she made in German. And this is the one she made in English. And again, like, I know a few words in a few different languages. I think I know how to say, where's the bathroom, in like 3 or 4 different languages. But beyond that, you know, I mean, this woman she can do this in English as well as in German. She is an impressive, amazing woman. I'm just absolutely in awe of her. Anyway, I like the lighter, oops, went too far. I like the lighter color. Okay, figured that out. All right. I like this lighter background that she has here. And I don't own any buttons. That's part of the charm of this, is the buttons. And we're being snowed in right now. So I'm not going out and going to the store to get any buttons anytime soon. So we'll see what I come up with. We'll see whether I can get this rosette to do what she got hers to do, okay? All right. So back to cutting. Yeah, we got another snowstorm. It's kind of funny. We did not have a white Christmas. In fact, it was probably in the 40s. It was nice, you know, I mean, but there's a concern, and I already mentioned that, you know, here in Utah, we live in what they call a high desert. And, oh, see, I glued it, but good. And it is making it a little bit of a challenge to cut it, but it's cutting, so I guess that's all that matters. But yeah, I glued that, and I mean, yeah. But this is what she did to, there we go. Do I have it upside down? No, I don't. Okay, this is the right side up. All right, so I'm going to kind of clear some things off my desk because I'm going to start spraying with distress sprays, and I really don't want them going absolutely everywhere. Is that pretty much at a quarter? I might have gone one too many, but it's good enough. We're gonna be happy with that. Okay, so this is Tim Holtz. Let me see if I can. There we go. This is his splat box. I never thought about putting. I actually haven't used it very many times because I haven't really known how to use the spray. I now have a few. I will probably slowly gather more. I also don't have all of the colors that she has, but I don't exactly want mine to be as dark as hers because this is going up by my fireplace and I want it to be very spring and warm. But the first color that she used, I need to mix this up more. I can already see it's not all mixed up well. All right, this is mixed up a lot better. It was really white down at the bottom here, so I knew it wasn't mixed up very well. Okay, this all makes me nervous, but I already know. Okay, it's just paper. And if I really end up hating it at the end, I will throw it away. I've not thrown anything away, so I never... By the end of the projects, it's never so bad that I feel a need to throw it away. All right. She put her first base color on, which was antique linen oxide spray. I also have antique linen in the distress spray. And then before it even dried, she put a second color on. Let me shake this one up. Okay, she used a different color. She used a color I don't own. I'm going to use Speckled Egg. Again, it's an oxide spray. Oh, and also needs to be shook more. Hold on. Okay, so let's try this. I don't know how much I want to put on there. She also then spritzed it with water. She used pumice stone. I want a little bit more right where there's this bit of white. Okay. Bring that in more. Still have white there. I'm going to let this dry. Okay, so her next color was the Distress Spray Stain. Ooh, I've never opened this one before. Well, give me a minute. Okay, ooh, this is exciting. And this is ground espresso, and this is the spray stain, not the oxide. I don't want to, oh, hold on. Okay, all these little, I don't know how much I want to put on. She put a lot, but I don't know how much I want to put on. Since it's the first time using it, it takes a minute. Oops, there we go. Oh, still not getting that one spot. I am going to spritz this also. What an interesting color this is turning into. Wow. Well, I'm still not happy that I've got, you know, I wonder if that's glue, and I wonder if that's why it's not. See that white spot there? So I'm going to spray this. Maybe I'll go a little further away from it and see what happens. I bet there's glue right there. But I'm liking that. I think I want to splatter it with some Distress paint. Okay, so mine is going to be for spring. Louisa's was more grunge, which is very beautiful. I like what this looks like so far, but I feel like since this is going on my mantle and this is going to be about spring, I need to add some warmer colors. So I've got Kitsch Flamingo here, and she did this with some acrylic paint. Well, let's see how much I need. I'm gonna give this water, and then I have not mastered the whole how to splatter with a brush. Oh, I guess that's doing pretty good. I just need more paint on there. Maybe I just need more paint all together. Yes, I do. Okay, give it just a little more water. She used white acrylic paint that she's watered down, and I don't know that there's acrylic in this or not. She like put a whole bunch on her brush and then was able to go. Okay, that's doing better. And you know I don't like to let a lovely bit of paint go to waste. So I'm gonna pick it up on here. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing with fossilized amber. So I think I need to give it 3 drops. Well, that came out a little better. Tim Holtz does say that some of the paints are thicker than others. So this one might be a thinner one, or I don't know, or thicker one, or whatever. It came out, it might be a thinner one. It came out a lot. Ooh, yeah. So I got what I wanted, like, right away with this one. Of course, I'd already kind of practiced, right, with the pink. So, all right. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a pickup on here. I guess I need to make more droplets. I'll pull this back out. I'll do some splattering while I still have splatters on my brush. Like that. Maybe I'll pick some more up and do a bit more splattering. I think I will put a little bit of this paint on here. I have introduced yellow on here, so I think I will just do a bit. Kind of like that. I found this actually is a pretty big sheet, and I already know that working with a big sheet on this is difficult. So I thought, well, I'll cut it down to something manageable and pick up the rest of this. So, kind of like a little bit in that little spot right there. Okay, I like that, so I'll wipe the rest up. All right, let's see how this looks. So I'm putting this on a much smaller tag. And she had it on a much larger. Need to scrub up all this. I wonder if this is from trying to glue this thing together. Anyway, I kind of want to do the edges with something, but I'm going to wait and see what I do with the background first. So I want to look at this one. This is the one that she made for her junk journal cover that she did in German. And something I really like are these little lines here. And I do have a stamp that I can use to replicate these lines here. Okay, so this stamp is called Glitch 1, and I used it a lot when I made my son's Sith journal. And so now my thought is what color I want to use. She clearly used like a black or ground espresso, something of that nature. That may have been a pattern that was in her digital that she has on her site that she's selling. So I want the bird to be dark like her bird. So this is going to be dark. Should I do ground espresso or should I do pumice stone? You know, the tags are easy to replace. There's very little work involved in it. This is not the same grid that she used for her, that Louisa used for her background paper. But I think, oh, part of me kind of wants to do paint, but I'm afraid that'll be an absolute mess. So we're gonna try it with the oxide and just see how it goes. I want this to go this way, and I want it to go right towards the top. So I'm gonna do that. And just hope and pray I like it when I take it off. I've already realized that it's on there a little crooked, but that will, you know, challenge my OCD, right? So, okay, so now let's see. I do like that. I might spritz it too. I might spritz it with water. Ooh, I'm glad I did that. So I don't have any of the Vault collection yet. The new one. I have that Christmas one from, I think he said that was 2 years ago. I forget. And I don't always buy them right when they first come out either. But I have the original of the birds. So let's see which bird I would like to put on here. I don't want it going that direction. She used this bird. And it's going the right way. She also used this one. Let's see how I like this one. Now the birds in the Vault collection are larger than these original birds. And that may be a really good thing. However, this is, once again, this is what I have. Like I said, I don't have buttons, but what I do have are flowers. She did put flowers over. I can do flowers coming out. I could do leaves coming out. I feel a need to like splatter the background now, but I feel like I need to splatter with speckled egg. Let's see if I have that in the paint. Okay, I do have the speckled egg in the oxide spray, so I think what I'm going to do first is try splattering it. I'll spray a little bit on here. Let's see if this works. Maybe I need to do more. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Might not need to use then the paint. This is doing what I want it to do. I cleaned up my brush right away, and I'm pulling this one back out and picking up what I can. I kind of want it from the middle. Oh, I like that. Okay. See, as you put layers on this, you know, it started out as just white, and then I stamped it, and then I put it away. And then I had some purple, and I picked that up, and I put it away. And then I had some yellow, and I picked that up, and I put it away. And then I've added some black and some yellow, and now some speckled egg. As long as all the colors are compatible, it's going to look good. Okay, so I am going to use scattered straw. This is a Distress ink, not an oxide. This is watercolor paper, by the way. And I'm just going to see how this all works. I might, yeah, these splatters, they either weren't dry, but I checked them and they were. I'm going to give it another minute. All right, so I will not throw this away. I will stick it in my drawer because, as you know, I add to things to the point where I'm finally really like it. But I did so many things, like, I don't know, wrong. Here's the first one. I like this over here in this corner, but I don't like it over here. The other one is splatters should be the absolute last thing I do. So, now I know. Okay, I'm going to try something different on this one, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one like fun or experimentation with sprays and paint. So, well, we'll start with this. I never did a real close-up on this, so let's do this now. This has, it has oxide sprays and distress sprays and oxide paint. And you can see some pink in there. Yellow, and where the glue stuck to the paper, nothing else will. But I don't mind it. I actually think it looks good, so I'm fine with that. Let's go on to the rejected background. Nope, that's not the rejected one. This is the rejected one. The rejected background. I didn't like the placement of the grid. I preferred it moved up. And I may still sprinkle, you know, do my little splatters with speckled egg. But you got to do them at the end. Otherwise, they smear. And I made sure that they were dry. But I have noticed that all of the experienced makers do their splatters at the very end. So there's that. So this is the background that I'm going to use. I wanted to get that same look that I get when I put white and ink over it. Didn't quite get that. It's probably going to end up getting covered up. But I like it. It's a layer that I like, and whatever does show through, I am going to enjoy. I think this is going to look good on here. I had to order buttons. Ordered them from Amazon because I told you, we're snowed in. And they are starting to clear out the roads and everything, but I ordered buttons. They're supposed to arrive tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how that happens. So I won't totally finish this project until I have my buttons, but yeah. We also made, this one is close to being just done. I may or may not. I mean, I don't know. I may ink, you know, just over the whole thing, or I may use it as it is. I really like this, and you know, you just keep adding layers to something until you love it, and then you cut it out and use it for something else. That's what's going to happen to this one. It's going in my drawer, and I'm going to add more splatters and more, maybe some stamping. Who knows what I'm going to add to it, but eventually it'll be something that I will use. This I found in my drawer. I cut into a smaller piece and I just splattered on it. And it's not even close to being ready. So this one's getting really, really, really close. Obviously, I've used it before, but this was just sort of like the leftovers, and I'm still adding to it, right? I also made these two. When I made this, I still had some antique linen paint, and so I just put it on the same stamp, and put it on these. I like how these turned out, and if I ink it with a dark ink, I think they'll turn out really good, like ground espresso, or even vintage photo. Anyway, one of those. And so now we have the project at hand. So this is going to go on here somewhere. This is going to get torn at some point. I am going to paint this one. I've decided I'm going to pull up, several of the Tim Holtz makers have taken this and painted the petals and the inside, and then put little black dots and made it really, really attractive. I'm going to make it very light so that it's not white, but it's not dark. This, I may ink the edges. I'm not going to do a whole lot to that. And I'm going to hide the stems. Now, Louisa, when she made hers, she did add an additional circle. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to hide these stems behind the bird. See how nice that looks? I mean, I think that looks really good. Let's see if I pull it up. I have to move this now. I like how that looks. I like that. So I do have some other of the wildflowers that I am going to cut out in different shades of like beige and brown, green probably too, because mine is not going to be totally grunge. It's definitely got grunge-ish, but it's not going to be full-blown grunge, because I want it to be a springtime tag. So anyway, we will finish this tomorrow, or well, the next day. We will finish this when the buttons arrive. And then yeah, but we actually did a lot today. I was feeling really bad that I didn't get it done, and then I realized, well, look at all that I got done, though. I mean, I got a lot done. I just didn't get this all the way done. And I've never done this. I mean, I almost never used my splat box, and I've certainly never done this before. This is all new to me, but boy, I love it. I really do, and I like the way it looks. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you real soon. Bye.